G'day, and welcome to Say It With Guitars. I'm your host, Pete Cornelius. Each episode, I'll be digging deep and getting to hang with some of Australia's finest guitar pickers, songwriters, producers, collectors, and makers. I look forward to bringing you these fun conversations, and I hope you enjoy Say It With Guitars.
Hey there, guys. Hope you're all doing good. Hope this year has treated you well. As we are nearing to the end of it, there's only one of these podcasts to go. So it's been a fun season of chatting with folks and sharing stories. So today's guest is Travis New. Trav's a guitar picker from Sydney, New South Wales. I recall first meeting Trav at the Royal Oak in Launceston. I think he might have just finished a show at the Princess Theatre with Lee Kernaghan, I think. It was a long time ago. Anyway, it's good to reconnect with Trav and sit down and have a cup of tea and a chat. So I'm sorry about the slurping on the tea, but there's a few slurps in here, but it's all good. There's a few F-bombs too, folks. So apologies about that. Anyway, I caught up with Trav in his hotel room in Hobart on tour with Fanny Lumsden, and they're playing in Hobart that night. I'm part of their national tour with Paul Kelly Lucinda Williams as well, and bloody amazing, great show. And it doesn't really have an intro today, it just started from a casual conversation, so it sort of starts in a funny place. Anyway, enjoy folks, catch you next time. Before we crack into today's show, I'd love to shout out to our Season 4 sponsors, Tarrant Guitars and Top Shelf Guitars. The custom workshop of award-winning luthier Billy Tarrant on the northwest coast of Tasmania uses locally and internationally sourced solid tone woods to create a wide range of custom guitars, including acoustic, electric, lap steel guitars and specialty instruments, showcasing his passion for superior tone and structural integrity. Tassie's one-stop custom workshop for custom-made guitars, all guitar repairs and services. Check out tarrantguitars.net.au. Top Shelf Instruments specialises in used and vintage guitars, pedals and amps, shipping worldwide from Hobart, Tasmania, Australia. We love helping players land exceptional instruments for manageable dollars, and guitars from Japan hold a special place in our hearts. New old guitars hit the website almost daily, so head on over to the website for this week's weird and wonderful offerings, topshelfinstruments.com.au. Yeah, it's been fun. This is like the fourth season.
Yeah,
it's been really cool.
Yeah, I had a quick flick through. I was like, oh, fuck, I didn't even know you were doing this. I had a flick through. I was like, oh, Lezo's on here, Ollie's on here, Adam's on there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fucking great. I have to go back and have a listen through a bunch of them.
Yeah. Way to kill a few hours in the van.
Yeah, there's plenty of that going on. And what about you, mate? What else is you got the studio cranking? I sort of see that.
Studio's ticking over a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd kind of like to be busier in the studio, to be honest.
Yeah.
But because of where I live, it's sort of hard for everyone to commit.
Yeah.
I think recording these days is more like, let's go there after work and we'll do a few hours, as opposed to let's hang for a week in this ideal location. And
it's hard. It is hard to do that. It's like people just can't afford it. I guess it's to actually take that much time out.
Yeah.
And then travel somewhere.
Yep.
And be the expense of actually being away.
Yep.
All of that stuff. It's
totally.
Yeah, it's harder, but
Yeah.
we're all crazy, so do it anyway, right?
Yeah. No, look, I've got a few local clients who come and make regular records, and it's been good for my stuff. Like I can do all my material there.
Yeah.
A lot of session work through Matt, which is good.
Yeah.
Fanny did that, her record there, her track the drums there.
Oh, cool, with Josh.
Yeah, awesome. Because the power went out at
Matt's
joint for an unforeseen amount of time.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck, I've got to do this record.
Yeah.
What are you doing next week? I was like, no, what are you doing this week? It's like, oh, it looks like I'm recording drums. Let's do it.
Great.
So it worked a treat. So stuff like that. So sometimes it's good to be not busy so you can go, all right, let's do this.
Yeah. So you can just slot that. It's good. Well, that's the thing. It's like if you I used to worry heaps about that. Like you look at your calendar, like, fuck, I just got nothing on.
Yeah.
Nothing on. But it's like, that's when the phone will ring. Like you might have a bit of time down, but then the phone rings and you're like, oh, it's fine. Like,
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah. Now,
it seems to happen all the time.
If I was busy, maybe that call wouldn't have come through. So it's sort of, I don't know. I guess I just don't worry about it as much anymore. Rather than stressing about it.
Which is easier said than done, though.
Never
isn't
works, eh?
Yeah. Especially when you've got like a lot of stuff you see coming up that you have to pay for, like all your insurances and all your rent and mortgage and stuff. I'm pretty lucky I've got a partner who works full time and takes the load off a bit.
Yeah, me too.
And I was stay-home dad for like 10 years, during the week.
Yeah.
So that was pretty magic. So, things can work in your favour.
Yeah.
And the old struggling muso.
Yeah, I do that like pretty, even still, like my youngest fella, he's 4 now, so, when I'm home, that's what I do during the week, stay home with him, and my wife does work from home. She'll go to the city sometimes, and it sort of works out great, because I can have that time at home with them before they start school, which if you're doing the Monday to Friday grind, you don't get that. So it's like a little hidden silver lining of doing this stuff where you get that extra, you're away a lot, but you get that extra time with your kids, like during the week where most people that work regular hours don't get that. They're just waiting for the weekend to get those 2 days.
And try and cram it all in and do everything.
Yeah, so it's sort of, I've done heaps of that too with both of my boys, man. Like, or the same deal, nearly 10 years. Yeah. It's like, and I've loved it, and it's like, it's great.
Yeah.
So even if, I think that's the other thing, it's like the switch, it's like if I don't have stuff on, I'm like, well, it's fine. Just hang out and be dad this week, and that's awesome.
That's so good.
Gives you something else to, that's amazing to do.
Yes.
And you just like, especially when they're little, it's like you just don't get that time back again, hey?
Yeah, you really don't. And everyone said that when our kids were super young. It's like, blink and they'll be teenagers and they'll be out the door. And far out. My daughter, she's turning 14 this year, my eldest. I was like, wow, that's just crazy. She's in year 8, She's playing drums in a little band. And
great.
It's like, oh, wow, this is just off the show.
Yeah. How many kids you got?
3.
3. They
kids.
All musical?
So the eldest, yes. The middle one, she would be, she is, if she embraced it. I think she's just like, I don't know, just doesn't want to put energy into that. I don't know, she just likes to not be the muso.
Yeah, like everyone else.
Yeah. But the youngest, he's mad. He loves drums and guitar, and he's right into the Cruel Sea at the moment.
Great.
He goes through phases of like AC/DC, and then he's like Rage Against the Machine, and then, he's into Cruel Sea at the moment.
Awesome.
Just goes and sings along. I got a new Apple TV the other day, and you can like turn the voice down. You can sort of do like a karaoke thing.
Yeah.
So he's like singing along to like all these, Black Stick and, Honeymoon Is Over.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Fantastic.
It's fun. They're funny, hey. It's like my oldest fella, he's when he went to kindy and he comes home, he's like, oh, I want to learn the trumpet. I'm like, fuck, really?
Wow.
He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Well, you probably, you have to wait a few years. Like, you got to be probably a bit older to learn trumpet. He's like, oh, okay. Kept asking. I said to my wife, I'm like, fuck, I think he actually wants to, like, I don't think this is some weird thing that he's just like thought up. Like, maybe he actually does want to learn trumpet. I don't know why. It's like, learn guitar, man. We got heaps of those. Like,
yeah, I can show you stuff.
I don't own a trumpet. But anyway, I took him in and he tried out with the teacher at the school, and they're like, yeah, he can do it. So get him a horn and we'll get him started. And he's right into it. He loves it.
Fantastic.
But he's like he likes the puzzle of it all and reading, and he's really kind of studious with all that. I was not like that at all with music so much. He's very much into that. But then the little guy, he wants to just come and he will just hold his ukulele and rock out. He's got all the moves and shit.
Fantastic.
It's kind of he's just like he's like, can we jam? I'm like, yeah, dude. Yeah. So I'll be learning, we're learning songs for a gig or whatever and writing charts. He's like, comes in, he's like, jam? And I'm like, yep. So he just plays and he rocks out and hammers away at it, and he's like, he's right in the zone.
That's great.
So that could be fun.
Got your hands full there by the sound of it.
Oh yeah. So it's that classic like older sibling and younger sibling thing. They're like two opposite, like polarity, other two ends of the spectrum. Hopefully they kind of balance each other.
Yeah, they'll meet in the middle somewhere. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Well, let's talk about that. What was the first kind of memory of you playing guitar? Like, what was the inspiration or?
Well, man, my dad and uncle, that neither of them play, but they're like massive music lovers and fans. So they always had there'd always be music playing at home, and they had great record collections, and I would, I would remember as a little kid pulling records out of bookshelves and just looking at the records, and before that's my first sort of memory of now that I know it would have been a musical thing, because I would have heard and seen them pulling the records out and putting them on and doing that whole thing and flipping the record over and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then, my dad, and I remember, so I started asking for a guitar. I think I must have been 4 or 5, started going, can I get a guitar? Can I get a guitar? Can I get a guitar? And then when I was about 8, I think, they're like, well, yeah, but you got to go get lessons. If we buy you a guitar, you got to get the lessons and do the thing and practice, and it's going to be a thing. So I was like, done, deal, I'll do it, And then, that was the thing. And then I guess, my old man's into old blues music, Muddy Waters and B.B. King, Albert King, Freddie King. That's the stuff he would play every morning when I would wake up. That's what I would hear. He'd be playing that. Or, the 70s English guitar players like Clapton and
the Peter Greens,
Mail, and all of that stuff. And then things like Zeppelin and Santana and the Eagles, and that's the music that would be playing in the house, and Hendrix and everything.
It's all very guitar.
It's all super guitar heavy music. So I guess that was probably the catalyst of all of it, I think.
Did you recognise that? Do you think at the time, is that subconsciously?
I think it was,
drew you to the guitar. Do you think, or is it just
I don't know, man. I guess so, because I've thought about this before. I was like, why guitar? I don't know. But then, as I got older, started learning more about guitar, and once I sort of got good enough to, maybe learn a song that I liked, it was. That would have been in the the 90s, I guess. So it was Silverchair and Nirvana, and then Metallica songs that you'd play with your mates at school, and all of that stuff. But then once I sort of got around, learnt more about how it worked, and then got into Stevie Ray Vaughan. Like that was that sort of, my dad would play that and I was like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And then sort of circled back around and then realised he'd been playing all this music when I started to go like, okay, that's that. And then you go back, you know, he listened to this guy and he's got that from here, and you sort of start to
hear all the little quirks.
You put that lineage, like and start to piece that together and do your own listening and restart listening to some of those older stuff. Then I started to go like, I love this, you know, and that's sort of how it all came about for me. And I realised like when I'd hear that stuff, I could. It sort of came out a bit more naturally than like the more like metal stuff that my mates were playing, like Pantera and that, and like Van Halen songs and all of that stuff. I thought that stuff was really cool and loved it, but I never really naturally could do that. But then things like the Aerosmith stuff and Guns N' Roses and the Black Crowes and that kind of music, I was like, oh, this feels more right to me. And then I figured out, like, maybe that's why, because I grew up hearing this blues
rootsy
language all the time as a kid, I guess. You know?
Yeah, it'd have to make sense, and it'd have to trickle down as well, like totally. That makes total sense. And how about when you started getting lessons? Like, what sort of things were you getting taught? Were you just getting taught like chords and basic scales or songs or?
At the start, it was like I had this guy, and he, you know, it was that Hal Leonard Guitar Method book one, right?
Great.
And he goes, and I was like, oh no, I want to learn. I don't even know what it was, but I would have said, I want to learn this song. And he's like, nah, you have to get through this book, and when we get to the end of this book, then you can have a choice.
Wow.
And I did it, you know, it's like all the notes in first position and then your open chords and all of that business. And then from there it was, you know, I was like, I've got to learn Stairway to Heaven. Like I was obsessed with that piece of music. I just thought, got to learn that. It's great, right?
Every guitar player needs it.
Yeah. So I did, you know, it's like, and the whole bit, you know, even that that middle section, but it's like wacky. It's like, get that right.
Excellent.
And then from there, it was sort of, you know, I was in high school by that point. I was like just starting high school and then starting to play with other people and, you know, just get together and jam and sound terrible and make noise and try and improvise and try and work out like, how do you do that and make it sound musical, and how do you bend a note, and all, you know, started just experimenting, and it sort of went from there. And then I changed teachers and would still go for lessons and started learning more like music theory stuff and and then you know, hanging out with other guitar players and older guys and just going, oh, hey, what is that? Can you show me that? And then shit like that's when things started to really make sense. I think that, and even now, it's like I still do that. Like, you know, if I'm like on a gig or, you know, go see someone play, it's like, what was that? Like, how did you do that? And what was that lick? And you know, and that that's one of my favourite things about this is, you know, I'm still like such a fan, you know, it's like...
I think that's important, isn't it? To really nourish that love for it, like really cherish that fanboy stuff. Like
totally.
It keeps it really interesting and you're still learning. Like you can go and ask someone that you just saw on stage or at a club or even someone busking on the street. It's like, oh, check that out. Like,
oh, for sure.
What the hell was that?
And it's like, and that's like, man, I get so excited about it. It's like the beautiful thing about guitar is everyone plays it different. Everybody plays it a little different, and it's just awesome. It's like a lot. Like I love it. Like you go see, you know, and I think we're really fortunate in Australia. There's so many great guitar players here.
It's still a popular instrument. Like, I think it's, for a while they were sort of declining because guitars weren't cool and, you know, like, but they're still going to exist no matter what. People are going to use them as a songwriting tool or as an expressional tool, like a solo tool, or just to have to look at and occasionally play them, you know, like.
Totally.
It's such a weird...
Best piece of art you can own.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. But that thing, I just love that. And I get, you know, like tonight, you know, you're going to come to the show tonight. After we play, I pack up real quick and get out there as fast as possible because Mark Ford and Doug Pettibone playing with Lucinda.
I was going to ask you who's on the Lucinda gig, and they're like, I think Doug and Lucinda have so much electricity. Like, I think those two together. Like that live with the Film Mill record.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know, dude. It's like
so
mind blowing.
And have Mark Ford as well.
Yeah, like from shit. And I'm like totally like fanboy, like as a Black Crowes fan, and I'd seen him play with the Magpie Salute at the Cannery Ballroom in Nashville in around probably like 2018 when before the Black Crowes got back together. It was like Rich Robinson's sort of side project, and Mark was playing guitar in that with Rich, and it was like just
fantastic,
loud and awesome. It was great.
Oh man, I'm in for a treat.
Yeah, and then after that, then you get Ash and Dan Kelly and Paul all playing together, which is a different thing again, and just as magical and great. And they've got that
They got history, right? They got like a lot of time spent on stage together, those guys.
And they've just got that 3 guitar thing, which can be problematic, as you know. Like sometimes you can walk on the stage with 3 guitar players and it's amazing, and sometimes it really isn't if someone's not kind of dialed in and listening to each other. And they've just got it so dialed in, and it's great. It's beautiful.
That's so good.
You know, so it's, you know, I'm excited for my gig too. But then I like switch off and I go back to like fan guy and just go, and it's, you know, it's seriously like a masterclass every night.
Yeah.
Of just...
And diversity too. Like they're not all the same players. Like they're all got different ways to voice their emotions or to suit the song. They're all got different ways to do that.
Yeah, and a different sound too. Yeah. And it's like just the sound and their like different vibrato and the way they kind of come at sort of the same language in a way. Like, and that's that stuff that, you know, I think you and I both probably came up with that, the blues language thing. It's just the different sort of slant on how you're going to come at that.
Yes.
And how you use it, you know. And it's, Doug and Mark's just, I won't say too much more because I don't want to like blow it all for you when you see it, but it's just so cool, man.
So cool.
And his pedal board, Mark's pedal board, is 1 pedal.
Really?
That's it.
Wow.
It's like a deluxe.
Yep.
Pretty dimed. And 1 pedal that's got an overdrive and a boost on it. And it says Mark fucking Ford on the pedal. And I just went, that is one of the most badass things I've ever seen.
That's so good. What a legend.
Yeah.
And that's it, just tone, just fingers, just volume pedal and volume knob
and they're
guitar.
using backline guitars. They're renting guitars here.
They're not bringing their own guitars?
No.
What?
And it's just, I'm like, well, that just says it all, right? Like, I'd be terrified to do that. Like, I'd like to have my own guitar.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd be terrified, but they're just like, whatever, man. And every night it's just, you know, it's fantastic.
Wow. That's pretty cool, actually. That's an interesting way to, like, there's an element of risk I really love about music. Right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're just having a jam with someone or you're up on stage, you've been invited up, someone hands you their instrument or whatever, like your heart's like 100 miles an hour. It's like, shit, I've never played this guitar, I never played this rig, I never played this song. I love that little moment. As much as I hate it, it's like weird, you know.
Yeah, it's that sink or swim.
Exactly.
It's like, go.
So that would be like them every night, I suppose, if they've got a different amp, different guitar.
Yeah.
They can trust Lou's songs that are always going to be great.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is that night. Like the next night's going to be different.
Yeah, it's fun, all of that. There's a few like moments, kind of, I guess, through the, like, there's like three that really stand out. There's like one where I was with Ross Ward. Remember Ross, the Ward's Express? I was playing with Ward's Express, and we stopped off in Sydney on the way down to like Narooma or something, and we went and saw Ray play when he had that residency at the Annandale. I think it was the Annandale out on...
the Empire on Parramatta Road?
Yeah, that one.
With the Reapers?
Yeah.
His big swing band thing, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't a big band, it was a smaller band.
Okay.
But we sort of went and watched, and I was just like, what planet is this guy from? Like, oh my God. And then he's sort of talking to Ross, and he like says to Ross, oh, you want to get up and play? And he's like, nah, mate, he will though.
Yeah, right.
And I just went, you're kidding, right? and you know, Ray is just such a beautiful cat. He like was like, that was that thing. He's like, here's a guitar.
Yeah.
None of my gear. I was real young at the time, and you know, and he was so cool and just sort of helped me through the whole thing. Yeah. And I was able to play stuff where I'm like, wow, this is...
Yeah, where'd that come from?
Where did that... What did I just play, you know? And it was such a great experience. And that's like thanks to Ray for being like such a cool guy to do that, you know?
Yeah.
And...
so cool. He's very facilitating like that. And he's not there to cut rings around anyone.
Yeah, he wasn't there to blow me off the stage. No. He wanted to play some music.
He wanted to encourage you to like lift it up and to like make it a memorable night for you and the audience.
Yeah, and I'll never forget that. It's like that was like one of the first times I'd like where I was in a situation where I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing and how am I going to do this?
Yeah.
Another time was at Threadbow with Jimmy Hocking.
Yeah.
Same deal, like doing a jam house band thing, like just, you know, that back and forward of like, you know, with him just going, oh my God, this is great. Same situation. And then again, when I lived in Nashville with John Bollinger, and he had a trio, and I went to watch, and I was with another friend, and same thing. He goes, oh, you want to play? He's like, nah, man, you'll play.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, fuck. I just moved here and I don't want to do nah. And John hands me this like early 60s Stratocaster. It's like a little Fender Champ and a Tube Screamer.
Right.
And just started calling tunes. And it was like, I forget, it was a Johnny Cash song at like 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's like, go.
Right.
I went, oh my God. But it was really fun. And he was the same. He was like the same thing. He was not there to kind of burn anyone. He's like, man, let's play and have some fun together. And like...
And isn't that great?
Yeah.
That's such a... Like, it sort of gives you faith that not everyone's out there to be a prick and to like pump their own tyres up. They're there to like share experiences and for people to learn and to probably help you get your name. Like they're probably going, all right, let's get Trav's name out there. Let's put him on stage. You guys will book gigs or book sessions. Like let's like give him a gig. You know?
So it's fortunately that's happened with guys like that have been really kind.
Yeah.
And you know, it's that thing of like, you know, we're all going to play a bit different, so why not? Yeah. You don't need to burn anyone. No. Like, just let's all help each other out and enjoy everyone's playing, because you know, it's just, like I said, it's like you get to go see all these great guitar players play. It's like there's always something to learn. Always. And I just love that, like the different, all the little different quirks that everyone has, and you know, then you go, oh, I'm going to steal that, and then I play it and it's completely different again.
That's right.
You know, I'm never going to play it exactly the same. It's like, you find some other kind of angle with it. It's just, the endlessness of it is so fun. and a curse in a way, I guess. I go in and out of that.
Yeah, so what does keep you motivated? Like playing your instrument? Do you try and learn new material or like obviously we just talked about seeing people on stage and being inspired by that. But when you're like on those rare moments of being home and just like looking for motivation, like what is it that sort of makes you want to practice? Or
look, when I guess like recently and a lot of the time, because like I'm not really doing my own, like my main job that I do as a guitar player and musician is being a sideman for artists. So a lot of the time I'm learning their material and trying to cop parts from records and, you know, like charting things out and, you know, figuring out like what is that sound? Like how do I make that sound with my equipment? Am I going to emulate that exactly, or am I going to just take my own kind of angle with this thing and do that? So I spend a lot of time at home doing that. That's probably what I spend the most amount of time doing. I feel like I probably practice more, and you know, when I'm away and see other people play live, or if I go to a show and see someone play live, then that's the stuff that gets me excited to go home and go like, oh man, I need to have a look at that. Or, you know, I'll talk to someone and they'll go, man, have you heard this record? And then you should hear this, you know, and then I'll go and put it on and slow it down and try and do that. I wish with the kids now, it's like I don't have as much time to do that as I used to. But, you know, I do the best I can with that at home. I don't do it as much as I can. I spend a lot of time learning songs for shows and, you know.
I want to ask you, there's a couple of things we could look at from what you just said then. So if you're learning a set, maybe like, you know, an hour set, someone's repertoire, how do you know when to put your stamp on it? Like how much of you versus the record, like does it depend on the artist?
It does.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Depend on the gig, or is it more just the songs on the artist?
Yeah, it really depends on the style of music and what it is, and I think that's the main thing. It's like, you know, because I've sort of done like things from like really pop gigs, with like Samantha Jade and like those kind of artists where there's not even guitar on the record sometimes. So that's a different thing again, where for those it's more like, okay, what's happening in the song and what am I like, and then it's like coming up with a part that's gonna, because I guess their thought of, I need a guitar player on this gig when there's no guitar on my records is they want to add some kind of organic element.
The energy of
what guitar brings and live drums and live bass bring with those like heavy programmed and synth elements that they are what they are, right? So in that situation, I can kind of bring my own thing because I've got to create a part most of the time and write something quickly, and then if it's wrong in a rehearsal, like adjust really quickly and go like, okay, that's not right, and try and read what they want to hear and feel. So in that situation, is it exactly going to be stylistically what, if I was just going to play guitar, do? Maybe not, but it's like reacting to the song and going, what can I bring that I think is going to make this kind of cool and fun for me still?
Yeah, that's right.
for that. And then, you know, some of the, like I've sort of found my way in, I guess, the country music world predominantly for quite a while. Like that's been a range as well. Like sometimes it's like they want the records executed exactly like what's on the record. So you do that. But like I said before, it's like, you know, if you're learning a solo that's Brent Mason's played, like I'm never going to sound like him ever.
Yeah.
So I do my very, very best to cop what he's done.
Yeah.
And then I play it. You know, it's always going to sound like me.
100%.
You know, but I will play as many of the notes, and the structure is all the same. But then I guess with Fanny's gig, for example, there is a bit more leeway where, you know, well, we just were away, there was like a song and there's a guitar part at the end. I don't know what happened on the gig, but for some reason I played one, right? And I kind of went, and they went, like, and keep go. And that's kind of become part of that now.
Cool.
It hadn't been in their show before, but it sort of just organically happened where when I joined and took over from Moko, like kind of learnt everything and made sure it felt nice for her and it wasn't, oh my God, like...
It was a big contrast.
Yeah, and you know, and that's kind of the gig too. It's like you got to...
Yeah.
It's not about me. It's about the artist and making sure that they feel comfortable and they can do their job, and they got to, you know... perform their songs and tell their story, that, you know, and their message, and get that emotion out to the crowd. My job's basically to help them do that as best they can.
It's almost like if you can hear the instrument, there's probably something wrong.
If I'm noticed, it's like, but, you know, but that sort of organically happens. So I guess there's a time and place for all of it. Sometimes it is just play the part, and sometimes you just have to. Like there's no.
That's right. That's the best thing to do. That's what it is. That's the part to play.
So it's it varies.
And how about, say, leading up to this show with Fanny? Would you sort of try and get as much, because obviously the record is different to what the live gig is. Like it's a whole different energy. Did you have to like sit in with Moko and like go, what are you doing here? Or like listen to YouTube videos, or like... how did you...
They gave me the record, like the recorded, they're like, this is the set, here's the... And then I went, you know, and sort of made a playlist, listened through the recorded versions. And then... I rang back. I said, hey, do you guys play these strictly like the records? And he's like, Dan said, no, we don't. Okay. Do you have a recording, like a live recording of the band I could hear? And he sent me a live recording of a show so I could hear how that worked and what Moko was doing, and how because there's also another guitar player in the band, Paddy, and how they worked it together and who played what parts and all of that stuff too, because I didn't want to go and learn the wrong stuff, right? And then turn up and Paddy's like, well, no, man, that's my bit. You should have learnt the other part. So I was able to listen to what he'd done previously and then sort of go through it and go, okay, well, and it's sort of good because him and I played together a lot before and do that. So I was like, okay, I know he's going to do it that way, but I sort of knew the parts where I could do my own thing with it, where he's more of a trad country guy. Like he came up in that world where I did not. I'm coming.
And he's a great picker too.
Oh man, amazing. He's one of my love
all the Greek
love what he plays.
Bouzouki stuff. It's incredible.
So man, that's how that worked, and then it was just
it's natural
playing them, and then doing some rehearsal. We did fortunately get a couple of rehearsals before I did my first show, which was great. And then now we've just done, I don't know what number show we're up to, but it's like in the mid to high 20s in the last month and a bit. So it's, I've kind of really felt like that's really the only way to like really get ingrained with it, is like if you're doing that many shows in a row now, it feels really natural. And I've kind of taken some things and tried some stuff on gigs just to see how, you know, it's like if it's how people react, and it's like, well, I'd kind of do that. So I'd sort of added a few things. And
well, that's why people get hired, because they, obviously, number one, they can respect the recorded part and respect the song, but also bring some flavour, because otherwise you might as well just put the record on.
Totally.
You know, you have to have some personality and passion and that honesty. And if you're up there trying to comp someone's parts and not feeling it, it's going to be obvious to you, the bandmates and the crowd. Totally.
And if you're just like robotically going through the motions of it,
boring,
right? Yeah. And everyone knows it.
Yeah.
The other thing that I like really do try and do is, especially with an artist like Fanny, who's an amazing songwriter. She's a singer-songwriter, and the lyrics and the stories and there's like an emotional weight and content that is trying to be delivered and to an audience. Like, just making sure I understand, even if it's like not what her understanding of it is, like, but I have my own personal understanding of like emotionally, how does this feel to me? So when I do get up there and play, it means something to me. That song, whatever it is, it's like I've listened to it enough and understood it enough to go like, all right, this is the feeling. So when I'm playing, like that stuff, I think it I think it comes out. I don't know. That's just how I do it and process playing with an artist, to try and not just be the robot and go through it. You're trying to give it some of my own feeling and flair, and then be inspired to go, oh, I'm going to, do this and take this somewhere else that's not been done before or played by someone else before on the gig. I'm going to do that instead. And I guess that's how I, the process of it. But it's sort of it does take time. It's like if the first part's like learn the song, and then understand, and then go play it, get it right, and then feel like I never played with that band and a lot of those guys. So I was like, how's this going to feel? I don't know these guys and how they play. Or
that's a huge part of it, the personality behind the instruments. And just getting to know them and know where you sit within that band as well, like just sort of think, these guys have been road dogging it for years.
Yeah, they've been playing together for 10 years, most of those guys. So it's like, I'm 6 months in, so it's like you're the new guy and you're like...
It's pretty good. I'm sure they've all loved it as well.
Yeah,
like a new sort of character in the bunch to get to know and to like, just mingle with and, learn from. And
and it's fun, and that's that whole, all the different personalities. It's good, man. They're a good crew. So it's been a lot of fun.
So good. So what did take you down that country path more so than, you said you grew up listening and playing a lot of early blues material. What was it that took you down that kind of more country vibe?
When I graduated, I finished uni at Southern Cross. With Jim Kelly, and while I was up there, Sam Hawksley had come up and done like a workshop sort of masterclass as an ex-student who'd been in Sydney playing as a session guitar player for a while. He'd come up and done a workshop, and he'd been playing with Adam Brand and a bunch of country artists, and his own music was probably, I guess, like alt country stuff in it. Yeah, and I was just sort of it was sort of the same language, but not.
Yeah.
And I was like, it sort of interested me, like how he was coming at, I got, and he sort of was right into John Leventhal.
Right.
And he had that thing, and that really, I went, I like that sound. I like that sound. I need to find out what that is.
Cool.
So I asked him, and he's like, oh, it's this Sean Colvin record. And then he told me about Leventhal, and then I kind of went on that thing again, like, okay, what is that? Who is that guy? What's he played on? What's his thing, and who has he played with, and who's his group of people and musicians?
Yeah.
Then when I moved down to Sydney, Sam had given my number to a manager and recommended me as a guitar player for a country artist.
Sure.
And I got that gig, and
it
kind of went from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's that connection, I suppose, is such a important part of someone's, like, obviously you helped you facilitate that. So you sort of like went, all right, cool, I can see an opportunity here. Let's sort of like make the most of this. I suppose, like, it's like anything, right? If you don't seize it at that particular time, you could have went on a totally different path.
Well, that's it, man. And at that time, that was like, when was that? Like 2009-ish, 2010, I guess, around that time. And I'd sort of known, I'm like, I think I want to go and do the session guitar thing and play for artists.
Cool.
That's what I'm going to go and try and see if I can do that and see what happens. And then the country world at that period, like, that was, like Keith Urban was massive, right? So and that was like 70s rock guitar to me.
Yeah.
Like, great.
Yeah.
There's guitar solos in this music, and at the time, like pop music and even some of the rock music from that period, they're just like the guitar solo was gone. It just was not. It didn't exist. There was some great parts and really cool, interesting stuff, but it didn't have that
feature.
That feature of like the guitar solo, which I love guitar solo. I think it's great. Parts, I love parts too, but it's like, So, and country music had that, and I went, okay, well, maybe I never thought I'd be like a country guy, but let's give this a go. And man, it just opened up this whole other world, and where I discovered all of these other players and this whole other history that I didn't know about. And that I didn't grow up listening to. It's this whole other thing, which I'm still...
Isn't it crazy how both worlds never really are together? It's like this whole nother section of history of guitar that you never even... Like, I was the same. I never grew up on any country music. I think as much country as I got was like Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
And now it's like, wow, I've got so much to listen to.
Yeah, and learn again, and it's like a whole other language, and it's which is like it's like this it's never ending, right? And that was once I sort of got into it, and that's my brain. I go like, okay, well, if this is what it sounds like now, I need to. If I'm going to do this, I need to try and learn as much about historically what this music is, so I can try and play it with as much authenticity as I can today. And that's hopefully getting better and better as I've gone along, I hope.
Especially in a session, if someone says, oh, can you play a bit more like Danny Gatton, or play a bit more like Steve Cropper, or go and play a bit more like Freddie King, or just go, no worries, cool, got it.
Yeah, you can try it. You go, I'll give it a shot. But at least where they're coming from, and you can have a shot at that and get in the ballpark of it. So it's, I forget what the question was now, but that's how that country thing kind of started, and then it just sort of rolled on from there. And
it seems to be a pretty tight knit kind of crew, I think. So does the blues scene as well, but I mean, like with the country scene, it seems like it's a lot of singer-songwriters, and there's a lot of like session guys who kind of hang out and mingle and intertwine between bands, and and like you see photos of Gympie from last weekend. It's a lot of the same people you see hanging out with different bands this year than they might have done last year, and they all kind of just coexist really nicely. And it sort of seems that that's never going to go away. It just sort of seems like it's a
big crew.
Solid.
It's like a big crew of people, and they, I guess there's little groups within it that sort of all work together. But I think it's all like that, isn't it? It's doesn't matter what kind of scene it is. It's all gets a bit incestuous kind of, but it's whatever,
Yeah. Cool, man. So what's coming up for you? I know that this tour is pretty exciting. You get to see some great guitar on stage every night. You guys, finish your set. What's coming up for you? What's to look forward to when this tour's gone to bed?
Oh man, I'm excited to go home and mow my lawn. To be honest, it's like a weird response to that, but it's that I like doing this and being away, and like when I get home, I just like really
just embrace normal.
I just embrace my routine big time, because what we do is so unstable in a way, and you don't know how much work you can have, how little work you can have. When I'm at home, I do the same. I got my routine, and I just want to put the earmuffs on and mow the lawn, and I like kind of zone out, and I like get a lot of peace from that.
So good.
Weird response, but
I think
I'm looking forward to getting home and just being dad for a little bit, and just hanging out with the family and taking it easy. I do a bit of teaching as well, so just get back into that. I really enjoy that.
Cool.
Do a bit of that, and then the back end of the year, there's some more stuff with Fanny, which is coming up. Some festival dates. What else? There's a really fun band that I love playing in. We just play Talking Head songs.
Oh, right.
And it's a blast. Jack Housen's the other guitar player, and it's like he's just another one of those guys where I'm just like, what was that? What did you just play? And tell me what that is,
Yeah.
And it's just we have a lot of fun on that gig. It's a really fun gig. And it's like Hamish Stewart plays drums and Jonathan Swartz is on bass. Fantastic. It's like, I'm like, why am I here with this, I just look around and go, how did I end up here? But I just try and soak it all in and just learn from those. Like those guys are just, the dudes we all used to go watch and just go like, wow. It's really exciting. And then to get an opportunity to kind of have a hit with them is just a blast. So I'm looking forward to that. Mate. And then whatever else comes up, it'll just dig in and do whatever happens.
Love it.
Yeah.
So good. Well, thanks for having a chat today, Trav.
No worries, mate.
I look forward to seeing you guys on stage in a few hours, and all the best for the tour and future lawn mowings.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks for listening, folks, to another episode of Say It With Guitars. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to the podcast, share it around to your mates, leave a good review, and hopefully we'll see you next time.